Welcome to Trending Now USA. This is your trusted source for the latest stories shaping the world of sports and culture, and I am Bella. Coco Gauff stood courtside with a smile that carried far more than the weight of a single victory. Moments after defeating Iga Swiatek at the United Cup, the American star spoke with a mix of relief, pride, and quiet determination, offering immediate thoughts that revealed just how significant this win was for her personally and professionally. This was not simply another match on the calendar, nor just another top-level opponent checked off her resume. This was a moment that reflected growth, resilience, and belief, all coming together under the bright lights of international competition. Gauff acknowledged right away that playing Iga Swiatek is never an easy task. She described the challenge as both physical and mental, emphasizing the respect she holds for the former world number one. Facing Swiatek, she said, always requires full focus from the first point to the last because there is no room for lapses. Gauff admitted that in past matches, she sometimes felt rushed or pressured into trying to end points too quickly. This time, she made a conscious effort to stay patient, trust her patterns, and remind herself that she belonged on the same court, competing at the same level. The United Cup setting, with its team-based energy and national pride, added another layer to the experience. Gauff explained that representing the United States brings out a different kind of motivation. Knowing that teammates were watching and counting on her created a sense of responsibility, but also comfort. She spoke about how the atmosphere felt supportive rather than heavy, allowing her to play freely while still understanding the importance of the match. According to Gauff, that balance helped her stay calm in crucial moments, especially when the momentum shifted back and forth. In her immediate reaction, Gauff highlighted the importance of her serve throughout the match. She noted that serving well against a returner like Swiatek is essential, and she felt that her first serve percentage gave her confidence early on. Each strong hold reinforced her belief that she could dictate play rather than constantly defending. She also mentioned how she focused on placement rather than power, choosing spots carefully and mixing speeds to keep Swiatek guessing. That tactical discipline, she said, was something she has been working on extensively in training. Gauff did not shy away from discussing the emotional aspect of the win. She admitted that beating Swiatek, someone who has dominated on the biggest stages, was deeply satisfying. However, she was quick to frame it as a step forward rather than a final statement. In her words, this victory showed her what is possible when preparation meets confidence. She emphasized that it does not mean the rivalry is settled or that future matches will be easier, but it reinforces her belief that she can compete and win against the very best. When asked about her mindset during tight moments, Gauff explained that she relied on simple cues to stay grounded. She focused on her breathing between points and reminded herself to commit fully to each shot. Instead of thinking about the score or the significance of the match, she tried to narrow her attention to the next rally. This approach, she said, helped her manage nerves and avoid overthinking, something she has learned through experience at the highest level. Gauff also reflected on how much she has matured as a competitor over the past seasons. She spoke about learning to separate expectations from performance, acknowledging that external noise can sometimes distract young players. Now, she feels more comfortable setting her own goals and measuring success by effort and improvement rather than just results. This mindset shift, she believes, played a role in her ability to stay composed against Swiatek, even when rallies became intense and momentum was contested. The significance of a United Cup format was another point Gauff touched on. She said that the team environment allows players to experience tennis in a different way, one that emphasizes collective success. Having teammates cheering from the sidelines provided energy during tough stretches, and she felt that sense of unity fueled her fight. Gauff described the moment after match point as particularly emotional, knowing that her win contributed directly to the team's overall progress in the tournament. Gauff's respect for Swiatek was evident throughout her comments. She praised Swiatek's consistency, court coverage, and mental toughness, calling her one of the toughest competitors in the sport. Rather than framing the win as an upset, Gauff framed it as the result of two high-level players pushing each other. She expressed confidence that Swiatek will continue to be a dominant force and said that matches like this are what drive both of them to improve. Looking ahead, Gauff made it clear that she is not allowing herself to get carried away. She spoke about the importance of recovery and preparation, noting that the season is long and filled with challenges. While she was proud of the performance, she emphasized that staying healthy and focused will be key to sustaining success. The win, she said, provides momentum, but it also sets a standard she wants to maintain. Gauff also took a moment to acknowledge the support she receives from fans. She said that hearing encouragement from the stands and on social media motivates her, especially during international events like the United Cup. At the same time, she emphasized the importance of staying grounded and remembering why she plays the game. For her, tennis is about passion, competition, and personal growth, values that she tries to keep at the center of her journey. In reflecting on her performance, Gauff pointed out specific areas where she felt improvement was evident. She mentioned her movement and defensive skills, explaining that being able to turn defense into offense was crucial against Swiatek. Long rallies tested her endurance, but she felt physically prepared and mentally ready to embrace those moments. This readiness, she said, is the result of consistent work behind the scenes with her team. Gauff's comments also revealed a sense of gratitude. She expressed appreciation for her coaching staff and support system, acknowledging that victories like this are never achieved alone. The preparation, strategy, and emotional support provided by her team helped her enter the match with clarity and confidence. She emphasized that trust within the team allows her to execute game plans without hesitation. As she wrapped up her immediate thoughts, Gauff returned to the idea of belief. She said that every win against a top opponent strengthens her self-confidence, not in an arrogant way, but in a grounded understanding of her abilities. This belief, she explained, is essential for competing at the highest level, where margins are small and confidence can make the difference between winning and losing. The broader context of this victory cannot be ignored. Gauff's win over Swiatek at the United Cup signals her continued evolution as one of the leading figures in women's tennis. It highlights her ability to adapt, learn, and perform under pressure. While she remains humble about the achievement, the performance speaks volumes about her readiness to challenge for major titles and lead her country on the international stage. In the immediate aftermath, Gauff's demeanor was calm and reflective rather than celebratory. She smiled, but there was a sense of focus in her words, as if she was already thinking about the next challenge. This balance between satisfaction and ambition is a defining trait of elite athletes, and Gauff's comments captured that perfectly. As the United Cup continues, Gauff's performance will undoubtedly be one of the defining moments of the tournament. Her immediate thoughts after the match provide insight into a player who understands both the magnitude of the moment and the work still ahead. She stands not just as a talented young star, but as a composed competitor with a clear vision for her future. For fans and analysts alike, Gauff's victory over Swiatek serves as a reminder of the depth and excitement within women's tennis. It showcases the emergence of rivalries built on respect and excellence, pushing the sport forward. Gauff's words reflect a player grounded in the present, yet motivated by what lies ahead. This has been Trending Now USA, bringing you the latest from the world of sports, and I am Bella, reporting on Coco Gauff's immediate reflections after her impressive United Cup win over Iga Swiatek.